Sometimes success against the odds is life-changing. Shine, made in 1996, is one of those movies.
All of us. Wait.
It's the real-life comeback story of a mentally troubled musical prodigy.
You're David Helfgott.
That's right, Beryl, that's right.
But I used to watch you win all those competitions.
It's based on the life of David Helfgott, whom director Scott Hicks first saw perform in Adelaide in 1985.
And most remarkable of all was when he'd finished playing and he left the stage and the audience started to leave the theatre, suddenly he came back on again and he started sort of playing the piano and people were streaming out of the hall. But people gathered around the piano in a totally informal way. And within minutes, he knew everybody's name. He was carrying on an endless chattering. This was dialogue that got into the film, and that was magic.
Scott Hicks learnt his craft on the film sets of Peter Weir and Bruce Beresford.
That was really my film school, was seeing how some really good directors worked.
Only getting his film made was a giant challenge that Scott persisted with for 10 years.
My wife and I would turn up to parties with friends and you could almost see them going, oh my God, here they come with that crazy pianist story of theirs, you know, not again.
No one wanted to risk funding a story about a troubled pianist made by an unknown director.
Hey, baby, what about a tune?
Tune, baby, sure, no worries.
With an actor who'd never been in a leading role in a film before.
Oh, sock it to us, Liberace.
And when you talk to financiers, they'd say, well, we love the script. Who can possibly play this? And you go, well, I've got this brilliant actor, you see, and his name's Geoffrey Rush, and, you know, he's the doyen of the Australian stage, and they go, oh, he's never done any film? How old is he? And I said, well, I think early 40s. They said, early 40s, never done a film? What sort of a failure is this guy?
We played around with, could David's hands, in the form of puppetry, in the right shots, be my hands, etc.
It was David's hands and Geoffrey's face acting away. So we get a little closer to production, and Geoffrey says to me, you know, I don't know that I can be David if he's in the room with me. I said, well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
I knew enough about filmmaking by then to say, as long as the keyboard, my elbow, and my head are all in shot at the same time, I can give you bars 1 to 40 on the Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2, but on these bars, it's just out of my league, and that's when you've got to cut away to the people at the bar going, he's very good, isn't he? You know.
Shine helped David Helfgott deal with painful memories of his father.
David, when I met him, a huge amount of his conversation was about his father, who just seemed to be ever present in his mind. The shadow of his father was there.
You can't stop me. I'm your father, who has done everything for you. Everything.
When I first showed the film to David, which is a scary experience.
Hello, David.
And he sat there on the floor, actually clinging to my leg. I was sitting on a couch.
No one will love you like me. No one like me.
At the end of the screening, he said, I wish my daddy had been as nice as that. I mean, that really, that was something. Yeah. It's almost as if the film helped to sort of exorcise a demon in a way.
The thing is, I feel nothing.
Shine was a smash hit around the world. For his first major film role, Geoffrey Rush won a BAFTA and Golden Globe for Best Actor.
And finally, to all those people who were happy to bankroll the film as long as I wasn't in it,
but the big prize was the Academy Awards, where the film had 7 major nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director.
If there was only going to be one win, it had to be Geoffrey.
Geoffrey Rush was the first living Australian to win an Oscar for acting. Film offers flooded in. A star was born.
It represented everything about the struggle to make the film, about a bunch of unknown people who got together and got international attention, about a pianist that the world had not heard about. It was life-changing.